Look, I've been examining your calendar lately, and I'm afraid we have a serious problem. It's an elaborate crime scene where your actual goals, they're the victims. I'm looking at these back-to-back blocks, the frantic color coding, even the notifications popping up like warning flares. And I have to ask you, where is the evidence of actual progress? We've been conditioned to wear a 12-hour workday like a badge of honor, right? But let's look at this through a magnifying glass. To me, you see, it looks less like achievement and more like a sophisticated cover-up. I call this the case of the missing promotion, or maybe the pivot that never happened. You're putting in the hours. You're physically and mentally drained by 6 p.m. And yet that big picture goal, the one that actually moves the needle for your career or your personal growth, is still a cold case. I'm speaking to you as a fellow professional who knows that the hustle, well, it can be a mask. It's a psychological shield. We often stay busy with the small, manageable tasks because they provide a quick hit of dopamine, effectively hiding the fact that we're avoiding the high-stakes work that actually matters. In this investigation, we have to admit that exhaustion, it isn't a KPI. Working until your eyes blur isn't a sign of efficiency. It's often a sign of a lack of priority. We're going to treat your daily schedule like a forensic investigation from here on out. It's time to stop admiring the chaos of your to-do list and start identifying the suspects that are sabotaging your high-performance potential. We're going to find out why you're choosing the busy alibi over actual results. And I'm going to show you how to stop being an accomplice in your own stagnation. Let's start by profiling the subject of this investigation. And in this case, that subject is you. I'm looking at the digital evidence you leave behind every day. The 14 open browser tabs, the half-written reports, those 3 different productivity apps you've downloaded this month. And of course, that cold cup of coffee.
And here's where the tension really starts to build. You're watching your peers. You see that one colleague, let's call her the effortless high performer, who takes a full lunch break, leaves the office at 5 p.m., and still seems to be the one getting the promotions and the high-profile projects. It feels like a personal insult, doesn't it? You're putting in double the hours, so why aren't you getting double the results? It's because you've fallen for the most dangerous lie in modern work culture, that busy is a synonym for important. While you're drowning in the minutia, your peers are moving with forensic precision. They aren't smarter than you, and they aren't working harder. They've just identified a secret that you're currently ignoring. You've been using your exhaustion as a shield, an alibi to prove you're a good worker. But all it's actually doing is ensuring your stagnation. But I'm starting to see a pattern here. This isn't just about bad habits or a messy desk. No. There are specific hidden suspects in your psychology that are forcing you to choose the busy alibi every single morning. And the most dangerous suspect? Whispering, it's the one you've been trusting the most. In my investigation, I found that busyness isn't just a state of being. It's actually the ultimate alibi. Think about it. In detective work, a solid alibi proves you weren't at the scene of the crime when it went down. In your life, being busy with 40 unread emails and low-stakes admin tasks, that's the alibi you use to prove to yourself, and honestly to me, that you are simply too occupied to do the high-stakes, uncomfortable work that actually leads to a promotion or career pivot. I've looked at the evidence, you see, and the truth is, well, it's uncomfortable. You aren't actually being productive. You're using a crowded schedule to hide from the fear of failure that comes with deep focused tasks. It's a psychological disappearing act, right? When I see you spending 3 hours color-coding a spreadsheet.
If we're going to crack this case, you see, we need to stop guessing and start gathering cold, hard evidence. We need to look at your daily schedule, not as a to-do list, but as a crime scene. To do that, I'm putting you on a forensic protocol. It's a 3-step investigation, right? Designed to strip away the busy alibi and reveal where your potential is actually being buried. First, I want you to conduct a time forensic audit. For the next 48 hours, you aren't just working, you are documenting. Every single task you perform must be labeled as either motion or action. This is where most of my clients realize they've been played. Motion is the filler. It's checking your emails every 20 minutes, tweaking the font on a slide deck, or researching a topic you already understand. I mean, it feels like movement, but you're just running on a treadmill. Action, however, is the heavy lifting. It's the strategic planning, the uncomfortable phone calls, and the actual shipping of projects. Firm, if your audit shows 90% motion, you aren't a high performer. You're just a very busy spectator in your own life. Once we've separated the motion from the action, we move to the 90-minute interrogation. Think about your current morning routine. You probably wake up and immediately hand your brain over to the world by checking notifications. You're letting the suspects lead the investigation. We're changing that. Your first 90 minutes of the day are now under total lockdown. This is your action window. You are not allowed to check a single notification, email, or Slack message until those 90 minutes are up. You dedicate this time exclusively to your most difficult, highest leverage task. By the time you finally open your phone, you've already won the day. Finally, but here's the final verdict of our investigation. Presence is not performance. Sitting at your desk for 12 hours is just proof of presence. I mean, it's the fingerprint of a person who showed up, not the DNA of a person who actually moved the needle. I want you to start looking for clues of progress instead. I mean, did you move closer to a major milestone today? Or did you just clear your inbox? You see, progress is often quiet and focused, while presence is loud and chaotic. It's time to stop using your workload to hide from your potential. You have the evidence now. The proof is right there, and you know exactly where the leaks are in your schedule. So I'm challenging you right now to look at your crime scene of a calendar and identify the one red herring you're cutting this week. That one meeting, that one administrative task, or that one habit that makes you feel busy but yields 0 results. Tell me what it is in the comments below, okay? If you're ready to stop being a suspect in your own stagnation and start being the lead investigator of your success, hit subscribe and join our community here at Power of Mindset. It's time to stop working long and start working deep. Case closed.